Hi guys, today I want to talk about money, and there's going to be a three-part to this series, to this video. The first is going to be calling what women gold diggers. Are they really gold diggers? The second one is not earning enough money, and I'll explain why that might be an issue. Hang tight, it's not as bad as it sounds. And the third part is being on unemployment. Okay, so calling women gold diggers. In my experience, I've found out a lot of men who call women gold diggers or say all women are gold diggers or she left me because she was a gold digger or whatever, are usually men that are looking to blame the failing of their relationship on the woman. And it's much easier to say she was just a gold digger than to look at anything they did wrong. Now, being female myself and knowing a lot of females, I can tell you that I've not yet met one female from my country. Now, it might be a little bit different coming from another country where they're really disadvantaged and they just want to get out of their country. I know that there can be, in those cases, women who will just marry someone to get out of the country. And look, honestly, it might not be nice on your end, but can you blame them? If you're in their situation, you'd probably do anything to get out of the country too. But we're not talking about those people. We're talking about people in Western cultures. I've yet to meet a woman who's a gold digger. Now, there might be the odd one amongst lower socioeconomic groups who, again, want to get out of their situation. But all the women I have ever known and known through other people or heard anybody I know talk about, nobody has ever met a gold digger. The existence of gold diggers is so much smaller than anybody would think. It's not funny. So don't go around being one of these cretins who says all women are gold diggers and, oh, we broke up because she was a gold digger and all that rubbish. Instead, look at what you're doing wrong, because if you're saying to women that all women are gold diggers or someone broke up with you because they were a gold digger, it's going to turn her off in most cases, because she's going to go, whoa, okay, sexist much, and B, she's going to go, well, I don't actually believe that. I believe she left you for other reasons. What is it that you're doing wrong? And she's probably not going to date you. So cut it out of your vocabulary. The second point, not earning enough money. Now, this is another thing that can make men think women are gold diggers. She may not want to be with you because you don't earn enough money, but it's not because she's a gold digger. It is generally because she has a plan to have children. And if she is one of these women, and this is the right thing to do in my mind, but it's not always possible, she might want to stay home and breastfeed that baby for up to 2 years. Now, the best start in life to give a child is to breastfeed it, and the minimum time of breastfeeding should be 6 months, and it is much better, much better for the child to go to 18 months, possibly even 2 years. So she wants to be with someone she knows that they're not going to be scrimping and scraping and not being able to buy diapers and not being able to provide for the child while she is on maternity leave. And it's as simple as that. So if she's not with you because you don't earn enough money, it's not because she's a gold digger, it's because she's thinking about the best thing for her children in the future. And you should be too. If you are quite content to be earning hardly anything, but you want children one day, this might be something that you need to rectify. Okay, so it's not her being a gold digger, it's not a bad thing. She's just thinking of her children. And why shouldn't she? You think about your children in every other way. You might want to, especially if you're in America, save up for their college education. So why would she want to be with somebody who's basically on the poverty line? All right, guys, so stop calling people gold diggers because they're thinking about their future or their children or anything like that. Now, also could be that she earns quite a good wage and she wants to be with someone who can afford to go overseas with her, and she doesn't want to have someone being reliant on her or not being able to afford to go do the things that she wants to do because she can afford it. So if you call a woman a gold digger when she's earning more money than you, well, where's the logic in that? That's kind of crazy. All right, so the last part of this is being on unemployment. Nobody's going to want to date very few people are going to want to date someone who's on an unemployment. When I'm between jobs, I don't even think at that time to, hit up anybody for a relationship or whatever, because at that particular moment, what have I got to offer? I don't feel like that's something that else is going to be interested in, and I don't feel entitled to have somebody be interested in me when I'm unemployed. Even when I am employed, I don't feel entitlement, and nor should you. So I don't feel like that when you're on unemployment, you're entitled to a relationship. You're entitled to who's interested in you, and that's as simple as that. And for a lot of people, men and women, this goes both ways. There are men that won't be interested in a woman on unemployment either. So don't think this is gendered. If you're unemployed, and especially if you've been unemployed for quite some time, the person's going to think you're lazy, you don't want to work, that you're going to sponge off them, all the rest of it. Now, if you've got a job that you're starting in a week or two, then great, that's fine, go for it. But if you're between jobs and you're looking for a job, you're on unemployment benefits or whatever, the chances of someone being interested is going to be quite slim. So I would say get out of the dating game while you're unemployed. Don't, approach anyone or whatever, because if you approach them and you say, I'm unemployed, if you just waited a week or two or 3 or 4 when you have a job and you had approached that same person, then they might have said yes because you are employed, but they now have said no because they're scared that you're happy to be unemployed and going to mooch off them or whatever. So, you've ruined your chances. I'm not saying this is always going to happen. There are going to be people who understand you're just, short-term unemployed between jobs, but the chances of you having someone interested in you go down significantly. So if it were me, I would just stay out of it until you had secured employment. But yeah, so just to recap, don't call people gold diggers, because the chances of them actually being a gold digger are going to be so extremely rare. There are men that date older women because of what they can offer, just like there are women that don't date older men. But, these things don't generally last long, because people can't really fake being with someone for ages that they don't love and have sex with them and all the rest of it just for their money. Especially women, it's very hard to have sex with someone that you're not interested in just for money. The gold diggers out there are going to be so extremely rare, it's not even worth you worrying about. So stop calling it, because it's really quite sexist and offensive. And if you say things like that, no one's going to want to date you. If you're earning very little money, see what you can do about improving your situation, because people are thinking about their futures and their children's futures. If you're on unemployment, stay out of the dating game until you've secured it. Simple as that. You can break that rule if you want, but your chances are going to be slimmer. Anyway, again, a nice short one, and from Aussie Land, farewell.